Is she serious? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and thank you if you're new for tuning into this week's Love and Makeup. So for today's look, we're going to be doing this look. Thought I'd do something different and actually do it because, you know, I'd be talking too much and it's hard for me to get to the eye. So this is the look. It's a cut crease with neutral colors and a fun pop of color. So the palettes we're going to be using are the Aina palette from Anastasia, Beverly Hills. For the pop of color, we're going to be using Suva Beauty's Hydra liner. And I put some black in, and there's no black in the Aina's palette, so I just took that black from a palette I got when I did my makeup certification. For the show, we're going to be talking about 90 Day Fiance, 90 Day Fiance. Before the 90 days, it was really hard for me to pick who I wanted to talk about because this was a 2-hour episode, guys. 2 hours. And they clearly have a lot of foolery going on in the show, so it was really hard to decide on one person. But I came to a decision. We're going to be talking about Lisa, and I swear his name is Usman. I think that's his real name. I'm really bad at names, but I think that's his real name. But he goes by Soulja Boy because that's his rapper name. So we're going to be talking about them. So stay tuned. Okay, guys. So give you a little background if you guys haven't been watching on what has transpired. So Lisa and we're gonna call him Usman because I swear that's his actual name. Lisa and Usman, they have been trying to get married this whole time. It's really not funny, but it is funny. His mom does not approve of their relationship because she thinks that he's going to take him to America I can't even say without laughing. His mom thinks I'm really sorry. Okay, let me try and say it and not laugh. His mom thinks that she's trying to take her son to America to be a slave. So because of that, she doesn't approve of the relationship, and because she's significantly older than him. Yeah, so that's kind of what's been happening. But they're not giving up. They've like roped family members in to try and get her to give the approval, because if she doesn't give the approval, they can't get married. So now she's got like 3 days left in Nigeria. And so she's like, we need to get this approval so we can get married before I leave, because she thinks that that's going to make this process quicker for him to come to America. But I'm like, you do realize just because you're married doesn't mean America about to let him come. But I mean, that's neither here nor there, so whatever. But yeah, so they go and sit with his mama, and he's pleading his case like, I love her, I want to go to America to be with her, I want to do this. So that's what they do, and his mom is just sitting here like, my baby, I can't do this to my baby. Like that's okay. I don't know, that's what she said, but that's the text she looked like. She just looked distraught. She looked so distraught. And probably like 5 minutes later, she's like, I give you my blessing. And I'm pretty sure she only did that because she figured he's not gonna let up. He really want to go to America. I think he just wants to go to be a rapper, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, so she gives the blessing, and they're all excited. Woo woo woo. And so now he's like, okay, we got the blessing, but there's some issues that I have. That's where I left off. So let's watch together to figure out, what are Usman's issues? What are your issues, baby? Because you never brought up any issues before. So what are your issues?
Yes. It's orange. Okay. Is it sweet?
Yeah, it's sweet.
Let's try the pineapple. What did you got, Papa?
Okay.
Today is our last day in Toronto. Tomorrow we're flying to Abuja, so we can be married.
I think there are some things that we need to work out.
What's your issue, boo-boo?
This is a fine time. 3 days before the wedding, and now you're telling me there's issues. But go ahead.
She she bothers my Echo. I love you too, babes, but I need you to go. She bothers me, as I was saying. She bothers me. Like, oh, 3 days before the wedding, and now you have an issue. Like, oh, the audacity of you to have an issue with me. That's literally how that sounded. Let him voice his concerns. Like, stop trying to be in control of everything. Let him voice his concerns. Damn. Like, sorry, keep watching. Okay, so he said we gotta talk about his concerns with her being jealous.
Used here in Nigeria, but she kept on giving me problem. And this woman is the woman that I choose to get married to. Is that how I'm going to live my life?
Okay.
What I want you to put at the back of your mind is that you are marrying a houseman, and a houseman always control the house. So don't think you're going to be a leader. You're going to be the controller.
Ooh, she's not gonna like that. By her silence, she doesn't like
I'm
this.
referring this to you because you like, do this, get into the room. You don't do that to your husband. You do that to your child.
He got a point
Only your
there.
husband can tell you get into the house, but you can't tell your husband.
He got a point there with that part. Like, she do be talking to him like that's her child. Like, he's not your kid. That is your man. If you okay, clearly Echo wants to say hi. Say hi, baby. Say hi. You wanted the attention, so now you can say hi.
I'm not a dog. That's like saying dog, sit, cat, get, rooster, get.
But that's how we
No, that's disrespectful to you.
In my relationship with Lisa, she's almost in charge, but I want to be in charge because I'm a man, and that is how my culture and tradition is. And if there are 2 kings in the kingdom, there will definitely be a war. We have just this to get married, and I brought some issues that I think we need to brush out. Let's brush out the problem we have so that we can live in peace. If there is no peace, there is no need for the marriage.
Well, then maybe we should get married. That's how you feel?
Is she serious?
Usman has a misconstrued idea that he is going to be in control of everything, that he is going to be the alpha male. That may have worked if he married a Nigerian woman, but he's engaged to an American woman. Big difference. We are not obedient.
That's not the word you're looking for.
By the time you step into marriage life with your husband, you are expected to be loyal to him 100%. Not shouting at him, not do this, no, you don't decide for me. You don't even tell me what to do, you can only advise me.
I've had enough.
Why are you going to?
What's up?
Lisa is controlling. She likes to rule me. This is not how I want my future wife to be. I'm worried she cannot change. So if I do get married to Lisa, I might be unhappy forever.
What? Really? You think? There's so many things to talk about. So many things to talk about. One, Lisa, you like. This is what she bothers because I think I said this like 30 seconds ago. Like, she literally looked like, oh my God, the audacity that you have an issue with me. Like, I'm perfect. Like, you better not have an issue with me. Like, girl, you are controlling as hell. And you control him like that is your 17-year-old child who done did something wrong and you try to whoop him back into shape. That's how you talk to him. And that's how you treat him. Like, what? And you looking like, wow, you have a problem with me? Like, I'm about to marry you and you have a problem. This is just, no, I'm the only one who's allowed to have problems in this relationship. That's what she's acting like. And that's not reality. Like, but then, let me not stop, okay? But then it's like, Usman, sir, she's been like this for quite some time. She has been controlling. She's tried to control your career. You had a whole music video, and because she didn't want the model in it, you took the model out. Like, sir, she's controlling and has been controlling. She has shown you exactly who she was from the jump. Why did you think her coming to Nigeria was going to change that? Like, no. This is when people show you who they are, believe them. Believe them. That's who they are. She has shown you that she is controlling. She has shown you that she's had some insecurities when it comes to your career, your relationship. And for some reason, you think that her being there was just going to drastically change that or something, and she wasn't going to be jealous and controlling. But that's a really common, that's common with some of y'all thought process, because people be like, ooh, if we get married, this is just going to fix our problems. Ooh, if we have a baby, this is just going to fix our problems. It's not. Those major milestones just exasperate your problems, because that's a whole new transition that you are walking into. When you are in a certain place and you're already having issues, and then you're like, let us take a step into something else, those problems are just going to transfer over, because now you're in a new space with new problems on top of your old problems that you decided that, ooh, maybe this little thing is going to help fix all that shit. It's not. Ever. It's not ever going to do that. You have to deal with your issues in that space. You switching locations on where you want to live, jobs, kids, houses, none of this is going to fix a problem. You actually have to fix your problem, babe. You actually have to fix it. You actually have to put in the effort to fix it. You have to do that. Unfortunately, it would be just so great if you could just hop into a new transitional space and then all your problems be magically gone. Like, that'd be so great, but that's not how life works. You actually have to deal with them. But I also think part of the issue is culture. He's Nigerian and he's Muslim. I don't know what or if Lisa has a religion, but I could be wrong. If there's anybody who's of the Muslim faith, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong about the statement I'm about to make. But men in that they're supposed to be leaders. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. They're supposed to be in that position, and women are less they're more submissive in the Islamic faith, if I'm correct. I could be wrong, not an expert, so just bear with me. But because he said, he's like, in our traditions, like, we are the head, we are in charge, we are in control. I'm gonna take, no. See this, okay. They just fucked this whole relationship up. This is why I think it's important, especially if you're coming from two different cultures, that you have a conversation about, like, what are the norms for relationships in your culture, or what do you guys normally do? Like, just in general, what are the difference between my culture versus your culture? Because the differences are going to play a factor in the issues that you're going to have within the relationship. So I think that going into a relationship knowing, okay, I'm Christian, he's Muslim, Jewish, any of them religions. What is the difference here? How are we going to navigate this? How do men act in your culture? Like, but I think he wants so bad to come to America. I think that's the problem. He wants so badly to come to America that he didn't really act like him. He didn't show her what it's like to be with a person of that religion, because you want your ass up in America to be a rapper. That's what you want to do. And so you raising any issues, clearly she looks like you have the audacity to have a problem with me. So I could just imagine if he raised issues all the way from Nigeria and she in America, how she would have reacted. But neither here nor there. You need to show people who you are from the beginning. And I know that there's a lot of fear there with showing people who you exactly are from the jump, because it's like, oh, well, what if they reject me? What if they don't like exactly who I am? What if this? What if that? If they reject you because they don't like who you are, the real you, maybe they weren't for you in the beginning. Because once you can only hide your true self for so long. You can only hide your true values, the way you think and the way you really want to be in a relationship for so long. Especially once you're in person, it's going to come out. It's going to come out exactly how you believe relationships should be. Tell your partner from the jump who you are, what your values are. Do you know what your values are to be able to communicate that to them? Do you know where you stand on certain issues? Do you know if you believe in certain gender roles? Because he does, but he never voiced that to her. I'm pretty sure he never voiced that to her, because she probably wouldn't have reacted that way, like, what? In control? I mean, her whole statement about American women aren't obedient, no. That whole statement irritated my living daylights out of me. Because I'm pretty sure there are plenty submissive, I think that's the word she was really looking for, submissive women in relationships. But I think this is where people get their wires crossed, because this comes from the Bible. This is where people get this. Is a wife is supposed to submit to her husband. Yes, a wife is supposed to submit to her husband. Husband. Not boyfriend, not boo thing. Husband. No, you and my husband. Like, that's where people get, I swear that's where people get their wires crossed. And it's really wild to me. But that's where people get their wires crossed, is that they're like, ooh, you're supposed to submit. But they read that verse and be like, wives, submit to your husband. But they don't read the next part, which says, husbands, submit to your wife. I think the part is like, not every man you date is your husband. Man, not every girl you date is your wife. The reason I say that is because there's a level of respect that comes with submission. Okay, let me do this cut crease, because if I don't do this cut crease, we ain't gonna be here. And I can't talk and do a cut crease at the same time. So, as I was saying, I believe there's a level of respect that comes with submission. And if you have to find a man that you can respect enough to lead you. That's what you have to find a man who you can respect enough to lead you, and you trust enough to lead you. I don't think Lisa trusts nor respects Usman enough to let him lead her. I think she looks at him like, you was a 20-something-year-old man. I'm about 60 years old. What you finna lead me to? I don't think she trusts anything he says, which is the problem. So, yeah. This is gonna be a disaster waiting to fucking happen. Find yourself a man that you can respect enough to do that. Because there are plenty of men that I've talked to in my past, and I'm like, yeah, no, I already know that ain't finna work, because I can punk you. You're not somebody I'm supposed to be with. Because I should have a level of respect to not be like, I'm finna punk the shit out of you so that you can do this, because I know you'll do it. Like, the respect is not there. The respect for you to lead me anywhere is not there. I will question every little thing you tell me to do. Why? But why? Why I gotta do that? Like, because I don't respect you. And I think you have to recognize when you're doing things because you don't respect them. Do you know when you don't respect somebody? What do you normally do if you don't respect them? You have to be aware of that. Because I bet you any person who you won't submit to, there's a level of I don't respect you or trust anything that you have to tell me to do, which is why I'm finna question it. I ain't finna do this. I ain't finna do that. So, okay, you guys know I'm not gonna be able to do this and talk to y'all, so just bear with me. Okay, the next part I'm not gonna be able to do, I'm not gonna talk to you guys either. So, I'm gonna do the pop of color and then I'm gonna do my face, and then we're gonna come back with our final thoughts, because I think we should just go to our final thoughts, because this bitch wild. Okay, well, this is the final look, guys. So as I was finishing up my face, something like really came to my mind for this final thoughts, and that is about how Lisa has like this notion that Usman is supposed to compromise and bend towards understanding how she is as an American, but when it comes to his culture, it's like she does it in some extent, but she does it to her own benefit. Like she went and prayed at the mosque and wear the head wrap and all that stuff to appease his mom so that they could get married. But when it comes to like really like understanding how he grew up in his culture, that's like not there. But he's supposed to understand that like I don't do this, why this and that, because I'm American, and you need to bend to that and compromise with me and learn to assimilate to that so that you can act this way, the way I need you to be. But none of that is there for him from anything I've seen. Could be wrong, probably not. But it's like there's a level of compromise that needs to be within your relationships as well. It cannot just be your way or the highway, because that's going to end in destruction. So learn to compromise within your relationships to understand where the other person's come from because of their culture. So I think that's a really big takeaway, like I said, of understanding each other's culture if you guys come from two separate cultures. And even within the same culture, like if you have two African Americans, just because me and you was both black does not mean that we grew up the exact same way or that we have the same type of viewpoints because we grew up the same way. So understanding the way each other grew up and the way your culture is impacting you is important within your relationship, because as I said, your culture is going to bring up issues within your relationship, especially if you're from vastly different cultures. So uncovering those things and communicating them in a constructive way, not you need to do this because this is how I grew up, because that ain't gonna fly by nobody. So taking the time to really dive into each other's cultures and understand how each other grew up is important for your relationships moving forward. Also, being you from the jump. Don't hide certain aspects of who you are, certain aspects of your personality, certain aspects of your values in a relationship just for the sake of wanting to appease the other person so that they make sure they like all aspects of you. Because if they like the version of you that you're portraying at the beginning of a relationship, and that is not the actual authentic version of you, once the real version of you comes out, they're gonna be confused. They're gonna be like, who is this? I don't know this person. So be you from the jump. So that is our final thoughts of 90 Day Fiance for today. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching today's Love and Makeup. I really enjoyed doing this look and watching today's episode, even though it was 2 hours long. It was really long. I really enjoyed it because I really enjoyed talking to you guys and like getting my thoughts out. So thank you guys for watching, and if you're new, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on next Monday's Love and Makeup. And if you would like to see more cool fun looks from me, follow me on Instagram or Twitter, either or. All right, thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.